Good morning, my name is Meehan. I joined the army in 1968 as a boy soldier. Went to the Army Apprentice College at Harrogate, left there in 1972, then spent the next 40 years in uniform. I served in Germany, Northern Ireland, Belize, South America, Denmark, England, and ended up my regular service in Scotland. Once I finished my regular service in 1992, I got a job with the Officers Training Corps in Edinburgh and stayed with them for 5 years. On leaving them, I got a job in Manchester with the TA Squadron 42 Signal Regiment, which is my main corps because I own my own signals. And I went to them and worked as an SQMS in the stores for the next 13 years until, unfortunately, I had a stroke and went blind. It was a bit of a shock. I went to bed on a Friday night, got up on the Saturday morning to go to work, and I thought I can't see the car outside the window. And then I realised I couldn't see the house across the road either. So my wife and we realised I'd gone blind on the left eye, the left half of both eyes. So I went to hospital, got admitted for a few weeks while they did tests on me and said I'd had a stroke. My sight's gone permanently. It'll never get better, but it might start getting worse. That's when I was introduced to Blind Veterans UK, who's helped me the most since I lost my sight. Blind Veterans was started in 1915 for people coming back from the front with blindness or sight injuries. It was to help the veterans to get back into normal life so they didn't feel alone. They always knew they had someone by them. To start off with, they taught them simple things like repairing shoes and making hats and other easy tasks. Then over the years since it's progressed, it started off for people coming back from the war. But as they've progressed, it's now any ex-member of the forces, be it regular or TA, with sight problems, and they don't have to be caused by service. Like mine, it was a stroke, nothing to do with service. I'm still a member. As I said, I went blind in 2009, in the January. Someone from the welfare worker from Blind Vets came to see me to explain the workings of blind veterans. Came for a quick visit, stayed for 2.5 hours, explaining things to me. And excuse the pun, but when she went, I could see there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Whereas the 6 months previous, I didn't know where I was going to go. Because I was told, because I'd also suffered short-term memory loss, I'll never work again. So I was bothered about normal things, my income, paying bills and everything else, and she set my mind at rest. So I started going to Blind Veterans Training Centre. In 2011, they opened a new training centre at Llandudno. So instead of having to go all the way down to Brighton to the training centre, which was an 8-mile bus journey, I can now go to Llandudno, where I can go for holidays, any sort of training, because personally there I've had 2 IT courses, 2 woodwork courses, independent living skills courses, I've had a cooking course, and lots of holidays. And you go there, it's like going home. The atmosphere is brilliant, and you're surrounded by your own people. There's nothing better than the army community, or the forces community, to make you feel comfortable. And you can talk about anything. Nobody takes offence, so you can really get your head straight and clear things off your chest, and people understand. The advisor, like when I first went blind, I didn't know what I was going to do. How do I get round with no eyesight? But they taught me shortcuts. How do I make a cup of tea? without burning your finger. I was given a liquid level indicator which bleeps when there's enough water in your cup. You don't burn your finger. Also, for blind veterans, I did 2 computer courses with them using a system called Guide, which means your computer talks to you. So you can do anything with Guide you could do with Sight. It talks you through everything. And it was free. You get updates when required. And there's always someone on the end of a telephone, be it Dolphin, who run the system, or the IT teachers at blind vets on the end of a phone. Any problem you've got, you phone them up, it's sorted automatically. Other things I got to help me: a talking watch, because I couldn't see my watch; a talking alarm clock; a talking phone. So I can do anything on my phone that you can do on yours, because my phone tells me what I'm doing and explains everything in detail. And one of the best things, a thing they call a daisy player. Because I'm unable to read, I have to have talking books. And the daisy player serves that purpose. So because of blind veterans, apart from driving, I'm missing out on nothing that I could do before. I had a guide dog who unfortunately died last year. He'd been my eyes for 6 years. And with him and blind veterans, I was as good as anybody else. I could do the same as anybody else. So unfortunately, the dog's gone now. He passed away. But when he passed away, blind veterans were there for me. I mean, they helped me through it, because anyone that's had a pet knows how it hurts, because we remember the family. But blind vets were there to support me. They're my additional support for anything I need, and I mean anything. They've helped me with work at home. I mean, my bath flooded. They arranged what's the word I'm looking for? You'll have to excuse me, I was short-term memory loss. Well, basically a plumber to come out, sort the bath out, pay for a new bath. You got somebody else to repair the floors and put new carpet down because it'd been ruined. Then you got somebody in to decorate for me. All off a grant they gave me. So they're not only there to help you mentally and socially, they're to help you financially. I've got no complaints to them whatsoever. I mean, the best time in my life was my military service. There's no doubt about that. But the second best thing I could have done was join blind veterans. And I recommend it to any veteran who's got any sort of eye problems. Get in touch with them and they'll welcome you with open arms and look after you.